All right. Hello. My name is Adam Kubler, staff person at the New Jersey Council on Developmental Disabilities. This panel is part of the New Jersey Council on Developmental Disabilities series, New Jersey is My Home Too, in which people living with disabilities share their experiences, expertise, and advice on a variety of topics. Today, we're talking community inclusion and what it means to our panelists. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and please introduce yourself. In no particular order, Giancarlo, go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Giancarlo Vicari, and I am the youth ambassador for the state of New Jersey. I am in 10th grade. I go to classes at Newmark Education.
Great. Thanks so much. Kathleen.
Hi, my name is Kathleen. I'm an individual with disability.
Thanks, Kathleen. And then we have Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm 27 years old. This is my mom. I have a dog and two brothers.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Emma. And then finally, Jaylen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jaylen Boyd. I'm 27 years old. Right now, I am working at food service at Overlook Medical Center.
Very cool. Thanks so much, Jaylen. So we're going to jump right in. What does community inclusion mean to you? And why is it important for someone to be in the community instead of staying at home? So I'm going to direct that first to Giancarlo.
Community inclusion to me is basically everybody in a community coming together and using their different skills to help other people with like a project, with an event. Basically, everybody in the community coming together, regardless of race, ethnicity, basically no exclusion. Um, it's a very beautiful thing, actually. It's very important considering the fact that a community is built on its people. If there's exclusion in a community, is it really even a community?
That's great. Thanks so much, Giancarlo. So moving on, next, I'd like to ask Kathleen the same question.
Okay. To me, it's being a part of the activities that makes me happy and allow me to meet new people. This could be work, volunteering, or fun social programs. Participating in my community has helped me recognize my potential to be a positive role to others. It also shows others that people with disabilities are capable of being friends, colleagues, neighbors, and anything else you reminds you.
Emma, what does community inclusion mean to you, and why is it important to get out there?
People with disabilities should be able to work and do things in the community with others. This is important because people with disabilities can learn. Community businesses can have those with disabilities learn sharp skills like baking, using math to run a cash register, working in warehouses, computer skills, and so much more. People with disabilities should be included in the community because we are members of the community like everybody else. Everybody should have a chance to be part of a group.
So, Jaylen, what does community inclusion mean to you, and why is it important to go into the community? Why is it important to get out there?
It is important to allow me to be a part of my school district in athletic sports and games.
Awesome. Wonderful. And, everybody gave different reasons, different answers, which is, what it is that community inclusion, it's very individualized. How you interact with your community has to do with you and your community and how those work together. So thanks so much for your answers. We're going to move right along here to our second question, which is a little more specific. This question is, can you tell us about a time that you really felt included in your community? And what made that so special? What really made that make you feel like you were included? So we'll start with you, Giancarlo.
A time where I felt really included in my community. I feel that has happened at tons of times. Like whenever I get involved with my local school district, if it's via like extracurricular activities, like clubs, or if it's being featured alongside parent advisory groups, or giving speeches at like events, or helping out with my local 4-H chapter, or even just supporting local business. Everyone is like very helpful and very friendly in my community. So I always feel very included.
That's great. Thanks so much, Giancarlo. Same question. Kathleen, let us know about somewhere where you feel especially included in your community.
My favorite activity that I am part of is Sun Source Network, which is a performing arts program for people with disabilities. My director plans shows where people with disabilities perform for the community at the local theater. It is through this program that I found my passion for bringing joy to people through my singing and dancing. Besides performing, I enjoy hanging out with buddies, high school students without disabilities that volunteer to mentor us. They have taught me a lot about friendship, being confidence, and helped me to be more comfortable when meeting new people.
Great. Yeah, that's a great skill to learn. So let's move right on to Emma. Can you let us know where you feel the most included in your community and why? Why do you feel included in that situation?
I have 3 examples. I was part of my church community. I was an actor during the services and have started set up dinners and other events and activities. I was part of my high school choir. I was happy to be a part of this group. I was respected and was treated like everyone else. When I am at work at the doctor's office, I feel happy because they are like my family. I know I love the patients and we are happy to see each other.
That's great. Yeah, that's wonderful. And then finally, we're going to ask Jaylen. Jaylen, can you let us know where you feel the most included in your community and why?
For me, it was Challenger Baseball League. What made that experience special to me, that allowed me to learn how to become a team player, learn the game of baseball, and develop me into now becoming the assistant director for Union Baseball League Challenger Division.
Very cool. Thanks so much. And, again, from all of those answers there, it's always, I think, very nice for people to hear how the reasons that you guys are saying that you enjoy being in the community and what makes it valuable, it's the same reasons for anyone else, disability or no. And, that's the point, is that community inclusion is really, it's that way to be in the world with everybody else, with all the good and the bad that comes with it sometimes. And so it's neat to hear everybody's story, and that thread that goes through there is definitely that the same reasons for everyone on this panel are the same reasons anyone else likes to be in the community. Awesome answers, thank you. This one, especially for some of our viewers, this next question: can you let us know about any barriers or challenges you've had getting into the community? And if you have, what did you do about it? How did you get around some of these, or over or through, what have you? So we're going to start with Giancarlo.
Fortunately, I have never really had any real challenges being included in my community. As I said earlier, everyone in my community is very inclusive and very helpful and very nice. However, I have had some trouble getting my brother to be included in some of these events, as he isn't really as inclined as I am to join in community events. So sometimes I have to give him that little extra nudge.
Sure, makes sense. Thanks. Next, Kathleen, have you experienced any barriers, and what did you do about it?
The biggest barrier that I have faced when participating in my community is showing people that I am more than my disability. People have their own ideas what I am able to do and try to limit me. Lucky for me, I have a lot of support from my family, friends, my boyfriend, and coworkers, that I know I can do anything I set my mind to. It helped me feel more confident standing up for myself.
Terrific. Thanks so much. Emma, can you tell us about any of the challenges you might have experienced?
I had a job at a grocery store. They fired me. At first, I liked it because I was a bagger and the bagger for the customers. But then they put me on the cars to collect cars in the parking lot, which was really hard for me. Even though I got fired, I didn't give up and found another job. Working at the doctor's office, I have been there for 4 years now.
That's great. Thanks so much, Emma. And then last on our list here, Jaylen, if you've had any challenges, can you let us a little bit know about them and what you might have done about them?
During my life as playing baseball, I had the opportunity to play at Cooper Dream Park at the Baseball Hall of Fame summer of 2009, which then allowed me to play on traveling teams as well as my Union High School baseball team. The barrier came in when it was time for me to graduate school, and I was not able to go to college because of my disability.
That's quite a story. So Jaylen, when it comes to going to post-secondary, if that's not in the cards, did you do something instead? Was there something else that happened in response to that you did instead of going to post-secondary?
In Project Surge?
Sure. Yeah. So I happen to know this, that Jaylen participated in Project Search, which is an alternative, can be an alternative for some for post-secondary schooling, and secured his employment through that program. So, and you're able to be in your community in that way. So that will bring us to our fourth question here, if I am counting correctly. maybe this is advice for any viewers out there that maybe do work in different places or own businesses or operate government organizations, schools, or just basically anything in the community. How can the community make itself more accessible for folks with disabilities? What might you like to see more out there to encourage folks with disabilities to participate more? We'll start with Giancarlo.
My time at school, I definitely needed more attention than other kids my age because of the behaviors I was exhibiting. And my school was mainly structured around everybody is treated the same sort of way. So I think that the teachers should really understand how the needs of students with intellectual or developmental disabilities, to see their potential, to see their disability not as a hindrance, but as a good thing.
Great. Yeah. So the one size fits all is not the right way to do it. Thank you for your answer there. So I'm going to extend that question over to Kathleen. Kathleen, how could the community better make themselves more accessible to folks with disabilities?
People should take the time to get to know people with disabilities. They are taking part in the program, talk with us about our day, our influence, our passions, our lives. All we want to do is feel seen and listened to. This will help people to make changes or giving us the support we need to programs to be successful for everyone.
Terrific. Thanks so much. Emma, same for you. What could the community do a better job of to make it more accessible to folks with disabilities?
Teachers, employers, and other jobs can give people with a disability a chance. I was the first in my classroom to show the choir in high school. After that, more of my friends for class were able to show too. I was in Girl Scouts when I was younger, but she was always supportive of having me there with that. We had lots of fun. If someone with a disability wants to join the group should know that person can be fun, interesting, and be a good friend. They should not be afraid of a person just because they have a disability.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Emma. Jaylen, how do you think the community could be better at being accessible for folks with disabilities?
By advertising, like commercials, parents as well as organization leaders contact each other and stay proactive, get involved.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm seeing, once again, everybody gave a little bit different answers, but really, the threads that you pull out there is that one size fits all doesn't work. And, one thing too that I'm seeing here, that the solutions to a lot of this stuff that people keep mentioning, it's speaking up, it's self-advocacy, it's letting people know that there's an issue, seems to be a way to deal with some of these issues. So thanks again for your answers. And so this will bring us to our final question of the evening here. This is that kind of period to our presentation here. What we want to leave folks with, and speaking to folks who might be watching this who live with disabilities themselves or have a loved one in their families, who want to be more involved in the community. What advice would you give to them? We'll start with Giancarlo.
I would say you should most definitely get involved with your community. It gives you a chance to show them your unique attributes, your unique skills, like who show your community who you are, and and if they become like and when they become used to you, then like they'll be more then they can be like very accepting of you, of like they can be very like nice, like you can like have a great time with your community if you let them give you a chance.
Thanks so much, Giancarlo. I'm going to extend that question over to Kathleen. Any closing advice for us, Kathleen?
My advice for others with disabilities would be to find something you are good at or are interested in, and just get out there. And there are many groups out there that focus on different things, but you just have to be willing to look for them. It might be hard starting a job, program, sport, or volunteer experience, but it will get easier with time. Lean on your family, friends, coworkers, and mentors because they will help you along the way.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kathleen. Emma, closing advice.
I have gone back to the high school to talk to the teachers class to let them know my experience in getting a job. I told the class to find a manager of where they want to work. They should introduce themselves like this. Hi, I'm Emma. I'm looking for a job, and a good handshake. Talk to people you know, who may be a member of a group that could help introduce you to the people of the group. That can help you meet new people and you can talk to them about shooting and helping. My and Maggie talked to the doctor about hiring me. I was able to get in for an interview and was hired.
That's a great story. And then finally, Jaylen, close us out. Any advice for us?
My advice I would like to say to people with disabilities is to follow your dreams, never give up, and try your best because we are all different in our special ways.
Wonderful. Perfect way to close us out. So, I'd really like to thank our panelists for taking the time to share their insights and experiences in this area. And just for the record, to view other productions as part of the New Jersey is My Home Too campaign, and to learn about current issues and resources that impact those living with disabilities, please check out the New Jersey Council on Developmental Disabilities website, NJCDD.org. And be sure to subscribe to other publications using the subscribe button at the top right of the webpage. Be well, everyone.